Hey, what's up? Alright, let's see who's here. Brian, Mr. Keeps, Helpful Human, and Hammer Brother. Hello, hello, how's everybody doing? Can you guys hear me just fine? It feels like forever since I last streamed. Yeah, I was kind of busy over the weekend because of Memorial Day weekend, I had some friends here from out of town, and so couldn't stream because of that. And then we were supposed to build the duck Jetfire on Wednesday, but the owner, Long Cutie Pie, is still out of town, and you know, one of the things people look forward to when they send me their keywords is to see it being built live on stream. So I spoke to him about it, and he said, yeah, we can do it next week. So the duck Jetfire build will be either Sunday or Monday evening, and so he should be back home by then, and so we'll do it then. So today we just picked up the final bits for this kit. Actually, the Royals just arrived. So what I understand, we are using dark yellow switches for the alphas and most of everything, and then the Royals for the numpad, I think. But yes, PrimeKB. So this is from Prime Keyboards. It's actually based in Texas. Now, I've never actually spoken to that guy, I don't think. But this is the second time I've built this exact kit, the PrimeKB. The first one was with, I'm trying to remember what switches it was. I don't even remember. But yeah, so this is for Russ Bus. I don't know where he is now. Yeah. And then burps, dude, it's amazing. Well, the burps are actually from this sparkling juice soda thing. But yes, a lot of onions, cilantro, pico. Oh man, that was awesome. All right, Russ is here. Zoology is here. How do I gift sub myself? Oh, that's pretty funny. So you give you gifted someone a sub, but you're not a sub. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So this is the kit. It comes with a sort of a dampening layer, but from what I understand, it's not exactly foam. It's more of just some rubber material. Rubber-like material. Okay, it comes with a steel plate with switch short removal, PCB that's programmed. I need to look at what layer we're doing too. What layout, I mean. I believe it's only the bottom row that I have to. Or is it just one layout? Oh, I think it's just one layout. Yeah, so there's only one layout we can do anyway. Okay. Well, thanks for the resub. I appreciate it. Did it show up at all? There's a notification? I kind of missed it. Huh. Hey, Revel is here too. How's it going? Feels here too, so. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't show up. Is my Streamlabs not working? Let me pull that out. Well, we'll figure it out. Hey, look, Gawk is here, hiding in the toilet. Hello, hello. Hangman, what's up? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So I believe it's only one layout, but I need to figure out where the Royals are gonna go. So, Russ, if you're in chat, from what I remember. Hey, look at that! Thank you very much, Zoology. I appreciate it for the gift sub to Gawk. Gawk is a good friend of mine. We are currently still working on the 75++ keyboard. The first off, hopefully a handful of custom keyboards designed by us. Okay. Yeah, he is the designer of the Chibi. He was the one who did who worked the KBD fans to make the Japanese black dice up PBT set, Enjoy PBT dice up PBT set, and he is also working in KBD fans again to make a black and white PBT dice up with a custom white. So that'll be pretty cool. Don't forget to join. Have we hit 100 yet for that one? I don't even know. Royals all on the left hand ortho side. Yeah, so that's what I thought. So Royals all just on here, right? And everything else yellows. You give discount on NJPT black and white. Okay, yeah. Well, thanks very much. And Ramsky as well. Nice purple star. Well, white star technically. Okay, what to do if... Hey, what's up, the Arctic Fox? Okay, yeah, so keycaps, good question. NGB is here as well. Hello, hello. Oh yeah, MDA. I'm waiting for that one. Moki Doki. Hello. What is up? Yeah, thanks very much, Ramsky, for the resub. Did it show up? It's so weird. I don't know. It bugs out sometimes. Okay, so I'm trying to figure something out. What was it? Oh, keycaps. That's right. Well, we'll think about that. So I mean, you guys kind of know what keycap sets I have. What we can do is we can try a GMK set to see how a normal GMK set would look on this kit, because it's got some weird keycap requirements. So that would just be nice to check out. Alright, so this thing uses plate mount stabilizers. But yeah, this is a Prime L, so not a lot of advertising has been done for it actually. I'm always surprised by people who, because even when I first saw it, I think it was when someone asked me to build it. And, wait, what? This thing exists? And it's in Texas? Damn. Okay, so one tricky thing is now to figure out where the stabilizers go. I wonder how the new tariffs are going to affect custom keyboard vendors and companies, makers like Prime Keyboards and the Van Keyboards, similar vendors. Because yeah, US manufacturing is gonna suck. I guess it's some next level shit, right? So now we are gonna invest even less in manufacturing and more into just service, I guess. Creative services. But yeah, it's a pretty big deal, and I think it's especially relevant to people watching the stream, people who are interested in custom keyboards. Yeah, that just means we are gonna have to rely on Chinese-built custom keyboards even more, for sure. Chinese manufacturing. Charges 1K for hand-painted aluminum minivan. Yeah, it's... Yep, that's why if prices are already pretty high because, you know, it's already not cheap to manufacture stuff in the US, and then now if it becomes more expensive to import materials, then whew, I really don't know what's going to happen. So the cutouts are quite tight, so just snap into place really loudly. Okay, so now what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to figure out where the stabilizers are going to go so I can put my band-aids with a band-aid mod. Right, don't forget band-aid mod. Oops. So strips of fabric band-aid that we're going to use to cushion the bottom out of your stabilizers. Okay, so let's see. Oh my god, don't even fucking talk about GMK Doom. Fuck Caps Unlocked. Don't buy anything from them. Fucking shit tier vendor. So those of you who don't know, Caps Unlocked tried to, so the context is, okay, so can you think about this? So at one point, Caps Unlocked had GMK Doom, had the CU75, CU24, you know, interest checks were already being done. They're waiting for the group buy. And they even had plans for the CU60 or whatever. You know, 70, you know, there's going to be a lot of similarly styled Caps Unlocked boards. And then they had GMK Doom, their first keycap set that they designed, and now they have nothing. They made a few revisions to the CU75 and CU24 that a lot of people didn't like. The people who were originally interested in the board didn't like the changes. And so that was pretty much just a dead one to begin with. And the fact that you could only have one color, it's like buying a Ford Model T back in the day, right? You remember those days, don't you? I know Chokan does. Shout out to Chokan. Don't forget to subscribe to his channel. If you scroll down my channel right now, you should see his YouTube channel link somewhere down there. He makes a lot of cool YouTube videos on keyboards and stuff. But anyway, so back to caps unlocked. Yeah, so that thing failed. There was basically no marketing for it, almost none. Vendor was mostly silent during the whole group buy period. And so it failed. And now GMK doomed. So what's going to happen was, so same thing with the caps unlocked keyboards. There was basically no attempt at marketing or promoting, just getting the word out, right, for GMK Doom. And so that set was just kind of just dead. And it got a breath of life when they said that, okay, so what's gonna happen is, you know, we're basically slightly halfway to MOQ. You were supposed to get 150 sets. They only mustered up, they only got 80 orders, so they're 70 short. And so what they decided was they're gonna split the rest of the 70 with Z Frontier, with Cartel, and was there another guy? I don't even remember. But basically with the Chinese and the North American vendors, proxies. And so they had agreed on that. And then they said that there was some complications. Some people said that there were some final things being, you know, nailed down. And so that's why there was no confirmation about it. And so today we learned it was fucking caps unlocked themselves. I thought it could have been, you know, Z Frontier or Cartel, you know, like, hey, you know, like, this isn't my thing. I'm just proxying it. Why, you know, I shouldn't have to buy the same number of sets. It's kind of your fault that you didn't advertise your own set. All right. Why should we also have to bear equal responsibility? So the whole time I thought it was that. Right? I thought it was either Cartel or Z Frontier. I thought that was fair, right? If you're the designer, you should be the one ponying up most of the money. Well, turns out it was caps unlocked. They just kind of ghosted Cartel and Z Frontier. They never really even said anything. And of course, they didn't give any updates in the group buy thread on Geek Hack as well. So, fucking clown fest is what it was. So yes, I am disappointed because I really liked that set. I was looking forward to it. I ordered 2 sets because, you know, GMK and their shine and shit. So I got 2 sets thinking, you know, I'll shine one and keep the other. That's how I do when I buy GMK sets. Always, if it's a GMK set that I like, that I think I'm gonna use for sure, then I always get 2. More than 1. But yeah. So good fucking job, caps unlocked. Okay, and what happened to Phantom? I thought Phantom was just gonna be extended. Yeah, it was Doom. Yeah, I thought it was Phantom. What the hell? Hey, what's up, Daredevil? Okay, who else is here? Colin Advanced key sets that they cost a fortune. Yeah. Mike from Novelkey said, as he understands it won't affect him. However, I don't know how much alu and steel he uses compared to PCB and plate. Yeah. El Judge, hey, how you doing? What's up, Master Wonder? And Tefram is here as well. Hello, hello. Brian says hi, Tefram. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm a bit late in chat. My apologies. Okay, so we've done the fabric band-aid. We've done the band-aid mod, and so you're gonna put some dielectric grease. We're gonna use this for the band-aid mod and for the stabilizers. So now, clip your stabilizer inserts. So what you do is you take a stabilizer, your genuine chair stabilizer. Don't use anything else. Don't use any of the fakes. Zeal stabs are okay. They're good for stock, but if you're gonna mod them, then don't forget the genuine cherry stuff. Alright, so what you do is you just look for the two fanged feet. You'll see that there are 2 feet that are skinnier, thinner, and have teeth on them. So just go ahead and just clip those off. Like so. So they end up looking like that instead. I just realized if I'm going to lube the stabilizers, I probably shouldn't do it on this mat. And so it's not just about the way they run group buys too. So Caps Unlocked, I remember our first experience with them was actually when our good friend God tried to buy some springs, some split springs from Caps Unlocked. And because they were the only ones with, I'm trying to remember what weight it was. It was some weird ass weight. Or I think they had the newer split S springs anyway. So trying to buy some springs, and Caps Unlocked were the only ones with those in stock. And so God placed an order and paid for expedited shipping. That was $20-something. Because we were trying to get the springs in for the, I think the Duck Unicorn X Legend build. So yeah, it's been a while. And so paid for expedited shipping, and then we just never got any word, no updates on the shipment at all. And it was only shipped out. Hey, thanks for the follow, Deli. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. And so it took them 2 weeks to ship something out that was in stock. 2 weeks. Paid for expedited shipping. It took them 2 weeks to actually get the thing out. That's some bullshit. At that point, does it even matter that you have expedited shipping? I can order something from KV Defense today and get it faster than if I order from Caps Unlocked and pay for expedited shipping. Yeah, but from what I can tell, I think Caps Unlocked are pretty much done with the enthusiast market. They probably are just going to keep reselling, you know, Leopolds and other keyboards like that, but I think they're done with. Hey, helpful, thanks so much. Look at that, I appreciate it. Another sub today. But yeah, don't forget, tomorrow's the mainstream. Mainstream. Maybe there's a better word for it. Big stream? Yeah, today's just a bonus stream. Okay, so lube your stabilizers. Okay, so what you do is you take your dielectric grease, you go ahead and lube the bend end, so over here, and the inner bend, so inside the corner on this side. There's a lube all around it. So basically lube anywhere where the metal touches the plastic. So see, for example, if I put this in, she's a tight one. Okay, so I put this one in. So what it does is, you are not trying to make the stabilizer smoother, all right? So I know there's another guide out there that there's a written guide out there that's supposed to be, or they're supposed to teach you how to lube your stabilizers. Don't follow that guide. So the big thing is, the thing that a lot of people misunderstand, when you lube your stabilizers, you're not trying to make your stabilizers feel smoother. Because most of the time out of the box, the problem is not scratchiness or resistance or anything like that. The problem is the rattle and wobble. And so when you use thick dielectric grease, what you're trying to do is you're just trying to fill in the gaps between the metal and plastic parts, to make sure they don't knock against each other, they don't make any annoying metal sounds. And so if you try to put any kind of thick-ish grease or lube on the plastic parts, it's going to make the whole stabilizer feel very slow, and so it could make say your enter key noticeably heavier and more sluggish compared to your other keys. So don't do that. And the author of the guide actually spoke to me about it and told me to stop criticizing it. But I think that if something is not a good technique, I should be free to critique it. Because I've tried that before, and I can tell you it does not work very well. Okay, so let me look at chat. Who else is here? Okay. Arctic Fox says, Anthony, what do you think of the Meteor? I think the board, the design is cool, but I don't like the layout. But Z Frontier is pretty good at running group buys and stuff. So if you're interested in a kit, I would say go for it. Is it by Eve? The same people behind the Mira and Moon? I don't remember. I think so, right? Okay, so these are plate mount stabilizers. So that's why you don't see me putting them into the PCB, and that's why the PCB doesn't have holes for it. And so for plate mount, you need to put your stabilizers in first before you can even put the switches into the plate. Okay, Zoology says, conspiracy theory, see you got embedded, put seed about remainder to get MOQ of Yoltrit Riot. Mutant Doom his own project. Sounds like a shit plan. I don't think so. Okay, not negative says, since Anthony doesn't have a guide for stabs, is Nathan Kim's stabs guide pretty good? So, his guide is basically what I used to do in my stabilizers. Because, look. If you've seen his guide, you will see he literally uses what I use. And you can hear him quoting me without any credit, obviously. Alright, a lot of the explanations were, as far as I know, I was the first one to come up with a lot of those explanations. And so you could hear word for word some of the stuff that I say in all my streams. But yeah, so this one I used to use, that's why I still have it. I've stopped using it because it's really pointless. I used to use it for the plastic parts, just like what he says in the video, right? So if you look at my KVD 75 video, you should see it from a long time ago, maybe from a year ago. Yeah, you'll see. It's exactly what I use. And he tells you to use an earwax picker. I only started using an earwax picker because I found it in a box of just junk. I just had a bunch of, you know how when you move, you put all your junk in a little cardboard box or whatever box that's just junk, right? It's just stuff. Or you have a drawer in your office that's just stuff. You don't know how to organize it. You just like, fuck it, and you know, it's just there. So I took it out and I started using it because I was like, hey, you know, I don't have anything else, so I'll just use this. And so, yeah. He doesn't go into why he uses this, but I know for sure that he only uses it because I was using it. So I would say overall it's a pretty decent guide. Just don't bother with this. It's kind of a waste of time and money. Just use dielectric grease and you should be fine. Hey, what's up, Debbie? Yeah, thanks for the follow and welcome to the stream. I'm a bit late in chat. I apologize for that. I'm about 15 minutes behind, I think. Hey, what's up, Kobo? How's it going? Oh yeah, that's right. Prime Keyboards had the Bounty Hunter set. That's right. Yeah, it's a pretty cool set. I'm surprised at how little fanfare it got when it was running. But yeah, it's a pretty nice set. Shame it's DSA though. Hey, what's up, 100 Millie? Yeah, how was the birthday weekend? Mainstream keyboards. I got Amazon to give me another sub. Apparently, student trials don't get full Twitch Prime. Only one sub. Oh. Hey, what's up, CLD SKT? How's it going? Also talk about the cock, but yeah. Eve Mira was pretty good. It had some analyzing problems. Moon also had analyzing problems. Although not as bad as the Mira from what I remember. Their problem with the Moon was the PCB. It seemed like a rush job. A lot of people have had trouble with the PCB, and you look at it, you know that the PCB does not look like something that belongs on a $500-600 keyboard. The PCB is a joke, quite frankly. I think what happened was they either ran out of time or they ran out of money, or there were some changes and they didn't want to hire someone else to make the PCB, to design the PCB. So it's just a shit job. Okay, not negative says that's why I asked. I saw the same shit. Yeah, it's basically, to put it nicely, it's inspired by my lubing, my stabilizer lubing. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit annoyed. It's kind of like how you know when I guess there's this on today. I learned TIL this week on Reddit where some map makers actually put in random ass roads or streets just to catch other people copying that stuff. And yeah, so it's kind of like that with the whole earwax picker thing. When I saw that, I was like, yep, that's definitely a copy of what I do. Can't run away from it. Because yeah, there's absolutely no reason that I even started using it. I only started using it because it was there. Just randomly, it was just there. I didn't even know it was an earwax picker at the time. I just started using it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. We have our stabilizers in. Let's test real quick. Oh, I just remembered the spacebar doesn't even use. I don't even know what size we use, but okay, I'm gonna test it out right now. No rattle, sounds pretty good to me, so we can start. Man, these switches are heavy, holy shit. Yeah, so this is for Russ the Bus, Russ Bus. He should be still in chat. Probably studying or something. Alright, so stabilizers are working fine, they're working great. We can go ahead and start soldering. So make sure before you solder, test your stabilizers, test your PCB, get everything else tested, and then you can go ahead and start. And Dale Snail is here. Hey, what's up? And Bees and Trep, I have not tried that solder, unfortunately. Multi-core crystal 511. I have no experience with that. So I don't know, right? For me, it's more just, I can only recommend things that I've only tried, right? I can't tell you whether something's gonna work just as well or not. I have no idea. I wish I could. I wish I could tell you. Okay, so make sure your switches are nice and flush against the PCB and plate. So look at your switches, you see that on the bottom side there are two bumps. So even on a normal ass switch, on a cherry switch, you'll see it's got these two bumps over here. So on the Kailh switches, it's a bit more distinct. And yeah, so same idea. These bumps are supposed to be touching the top of your PCB. Hey, what's up, God? Here with the Pop Champ. How's it going? Wait, so what drama are we talking about? Damn. Spawn time is scary fast. Oh yeah, I saw it in my OBS. That's why my chat is still behind over here. It's still a bit behind. I'm trying to catch up now. But I saw it on the live preview. Oh, and yeah, and because we have the, what's it called? Low latency thingy? Whatever God, I don't know. God should be able to tell you more about it. But, so kind of like what Mixer has, I guess. So, people with a faster connection should have lower latency, and I can see your messages faster and stuff. And so I can respond to chat in real time, but sadly, the bottleneck is not so much the internet. The bottleneck is this fucker right here. That's the problem. Alright, so and as you can see, I have my switches in sort of a weird layout. I don't just put them all in at the same time. I know some people who do that. Don't do it. I don't recommend it at all. Alright, so do something like that. Spread them out nicely, distribute the switches kind of evenly, and so start by soldering in the corners, and then maybe some in the middle, and then just kind of work your way around like that. So kind of like when you're replacing a tire, you have to unscrew, you have to replace your wheel, and you know, you don't just screw everything back in clockwise, you go in a star pattern. And so same idea. Oh, and you're screwing in your heatsink to your, or CPU cooler to a CPU, so same thing. Because if you do this right, it'll help you straighten your plate and PCB. Because most of the time when your plate and PCB should be a little warped, especially on the edges. So this helps quite a bit, actually. Yeah, so just check these switches. So these are what I call the anchor switches. They go in first to hold everything together. And if you get these nice and flush against the PCB plate, then the rest of your switches should be able to just fit right in. You don't have to worry about warp and anything like that. Should. God personally retypes everyone's individual comments in the stream chat. The hamster on the wheel behind the curtains. That's why he has so many keys. Yes, that's exactly what it is. I'm surprised you know. It's actually a trade secret. That's how it's so fast. So is this okay? So when you guys say drama, you guys talk about the 280? I have not been checking Discord in the past hour or so because I was out for dinner. And yes, this is Russ's keyboard. Let's see. And yeah, it's already June. Isn't that insane? Hey, what's up, Dr. WD-40? Hey, nice to see you on here. So for those of you who don't know, Dr. WD-40 has a channel, an educational channel, where he talks about molecular biology and stuff like that. And yeah, I've been watching some of it this week actually. I know he was streaming just now. Yeah, so definitely go check that channel out. It's pretty cool stuff. He also streams some games and other cool stuff. Chad's going ham. How big daddy gonna be able to keep up with it? That's the trick. You don't answer everything. He's not anymore. Yeah. All this talk about the 280, I can't keep up. Okay, CLD SAT says, I regret not joining the CA66 group buy. Well, I'm sure you'll be able to find some on the Mac market, right? The thing is, it's not a high-end board, so I don't think people are going to hold on to it as much. So I wouldn't be too concerned or too worked up about it. Seems like the group buy was a success though. People got their stuff. Everyone's pretty happy from what I can tell. No major complaints yet. King Nasty CA66 looks absolutely bonkers. Oh yes, yeah. Looks really nice with Nautilus, and he had a custom nameplate as well. But yes, it is pretty hollow sounding now. Going to get flipped super heavily. You mean lightly? Haha. Because it's lighter than most custom aluminum 60% from what I remember. It's pretty light for what it is. For the size, it is. Okay. After throwing up and down, that'd be the last round. He's doing another round, I think. Are we talking about Canoe or are we talking about M65? I guess both of them, right? Let's find a round, guys. I think for the Canoe, even in the group that I joined, they said that it wasn't going to be the last. At first, they said it was going to be the last, and then not. I think it's because of the great reception it was having. You know, money changes people. And so he just said that they were going to have different colors for the upcoming, for the future canoes. I don't know how true that's going to be, right? CA66 is basically a worse sounding TX65, TJ910. Well, I mean, most people aren't buying it for the typing feel or anything, though. It's the unique aesthetics, I'm sure. So I wouldn't say that's a completely fair description. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Red Hawk? How's it going? Some of the dumpling and put keycaps on it. That's the meteor. Hey man, I like dumplings. I am a dumpling. Okay. Xeno is coming out. Damn, how long has it taken him? It's good though. With the way the world is progressing in 2018, you know, it's a lot easier for people to come out these days. And I'm really happy for them, right? I mean, it's sometimes you're just born that way, and people need to understand. Dale Snail says, man, you guys are getting into too many group buys. Can I even start thinking of another keyboard after 280? What even is money? Ramsky says, Poner talked to me today about Xeno. It won't be through Type Machina, don't worry. And the PCB is GMK by Wilba. Yeah, I know about the PCB. Because for the cock keyboard, I was talking to Wilba about it, and he did tell me that what he was gonna do was he was gonna work on the U80 and then the Xeno, and then he'll take a look at the cock. But yeah, so should be decent, should be pretty good. Also, is there any subs or whatever that I'm missing out? Please let me know, because I'm not really paying attention, and for some reason the notifications aren't working again. Okay, let's see. God says, I really wish Eve went on a tangent of producing more boards like the Eve, not the Meteor. You mean like the Mira? Moon, okay, talk about the Moon. Yeah, Moon was one of my favorite TKLs of 2017. The problem was the end result, especially the PCB, was a letdown. Yeah, you guys should go check it out. The PCB looks cheaper than you know, DZ60 or GH60. It just looks really bad. Doesn't just look bad, apparently it's pretty shit quality as well from what I can tell. There's lots of problems all around. And it doesn't even support all the layouts that the plate supports, I think. Dr. WD40 says, I like the pad. Burger one is still better though. Oh yeah. So I have quite a few actually. So I have the burger one and I have, I think 4 more or something like that. And I have more coming in too. So this one is a $10 desk pad that I got off of Amazon. Don't buy it. It's really bad. And it's out of stock now. But yeah, it's really thin, really plasticky feeling. The printing looks bad. It creases. The creases are still here actually, even after months of having it. And so we're gonna swap to this one later on. Once we're done building, we're gonna use this one instead. Maybe that's what you should do, Dr. WD40. You should get some merchandise out. Get some molecular biology desk pads or something. I'm sure you can come up with something pretty cool. Maybe a mitosis desk pad. Right? Sell it on as merchandise for yourself or something, or just for fun. I would buy it. To me, desk pads are kind of like wallpapers. Especially on this stream, I've been buying up a bunch just to rotate. So, let's see. One Millie says, I really wish I would have gone in on the Singer round 2. Well, if I sell mine, I'll let you know. I might end up just putting more money into the Kailh keyboard. Yeah, so we'll see about that. Okay, God says CLS MS is going to be a bit of a letdown. LZ is trying to cash in on that CLS design too heavily. GHV2 would be interesting. Don't get him started on his pads and start rubbing them in ASMR. Come on. I mean, if people like it, I give the people what they want. Okay, honestly, between spending $450 on the TX65 and $550 on CLS MS, I go to TX. Yeah, I would do that too. Like I said though, I said earlier this week on Discord, the more boards I build, the more I come to appreciate how Kin runs TX keyboards. The design, the quality control, anodizing is still the best in the industry. I don't think any other vendor and company reliably puts out that many nicely anodized keyboards. So for example, you have LZ where some of the boards were pretty good, and then like the LZ CLS M was not great, the anodizing, honestly. It was just kind of on par with, you know, KBD fan stuff. Man, this really hurts my fingers. The switches are just too tight. SMR pads. Okay, let's see. Oh. Why is this being stuck? wow. The bar is classic. So talking about the LZGH. If you're cool and not one of those new hip kids, you'd like it. Anthony, can you rub one out for Dr. WD-40? Hey. I come for knowledge. Bigger space, more space for keys. Okay, NGB says, I fucking love KBD fans. Just ordered my Topre silencers earlier and they just shipped. Yeah, they are. I wouldn't be surprised if they got best vendor again in 2018. Because I think they upgraded their shipping, so now shipping is stupid fast if you order anything with their expensive shipping. I think for most group buys nowadays, it comes included in the price, so that's pretty amazing. See, man, these are super tight. Kin is God. Yeah, I'm kin is me. Okay, let's see. Nothing like a nice tight box switch. Indeed. Oh man, talking about new taxes. So I just received an email from eBay, actually, surprisingly, talking about the new taxes that are going to be imposed on small business owners or small businesses. So that's potentially huge for keyboard stuff, because it's mostly just small businesses, right? Because, you know, tax small business, lower taxes on big corporations. Yeah, so not even trying to get in to talk about politics or anything like that, but it's just small businesses or custom keyboards, at least in, well, yeah, custom keyboards is small business, right? Everything is small business in the keyboard world. Yeah, so oh well, we'll see about that. Oh, Daleston, you got double shot PVT Dolch from KBD fans? Yeah, so Gok was here earlier in chat, but he's on Discord, and he got those, and yeah, he would not recommend anyone buy those. It's pretty bad. Yeah, I think Fox says, honestly, as much as I want a TX, I think I need a few boards to improve my soldering. Yeah, that's for sure. The good thing about the way TX boards are working out is you can buy PCBs separately and they are pretty much stocked now. So if you look at, for example, txkeyboards.com, I think is what it's called, you can buy Liku PCBs just from them. So plate and PCBs. So I think the way it's working out, you should be able to pick up a lot of stuff just retail, which is very helpful, right? You don't have to worry about proprietary shit. You don't have to worry about, oh man, if I fuck this one up, say like an OTD 360 Corsa, say, you know, they got the stabilizer holes wrong and you find out you have to file the stabilizer hole and you end up filing a trace on the PCB, you're fucked, right? You have to hand wire that shit, or you can't just go out and buy another PCB. But with TX boards, he's trying to fix that problem by just having things ready and in stock and available to purchase separately. So that's really nice. It's a good long-term solution, that's for sure. Yeah, 360 Corsa. Yeah, speaking of, God just got his 360 Corsa back today, actually. So, pretty big deal. He was here for 2 weeks, I want to say, 2 or 3 weeks. Because we had to rebuild it. Where did my tweezers go? Fuck. Do you guys see it on camera? Where the hell are my tweezers? Oh, man. Cool. Alright, see you, 100 milli. Team No Sleep, yep, alright. Thanks for tuning in, good night. Okay, the Arctic Fox says he only has PCBs for 1800 CPTK and 60%. Yeah. Okay, so, and those were Gen 1, right? So, think about it. These are Gen 1 that he's not making money off of really anymore, sort of, right? He doesn't have a new 1800 out. He doesn't have a new CP out right now. So, in a few months, or later this year, or next year or something, he's going to have... I'm going to assume he's going to have the 75, 65% PCBs up on the store as well. Right, because if even the oldest shit is getting supported, then, you know, obviously the new line is going to get the same treatment, I think. Right, that would be the logical conclusion. Lefa Anthony says, thanks for tuning in. IOM? Or LOL? Let's see. Leave for airport in 5 hours. Still haven't packed, waiting on laundry to finish. Still need to clear dirty dishes, not slipping in, I guess. Long stream. Oh yeah, well, that's how I do whenever I have a flight coming up. I usually stay up the whole night before. And mostly because I would start packing the few hours before I fly. But it's so that I can fall asleep either on the plane or when I get to my destination. Although I found that it doesn't always work very well because I have trouble sleeping in general and especially on the plane. I just cannot fall asleep for some stupid reason. It's the time when I really want to sleep but I just can't. Flying is the only time I really wish I could sleep. Usually I hate sleep. I fucking hate sleeping. Which is why, I guess, also why I have trouble sleeping. But man, you know, and I've always thought, you know, people always say, man, you know, I wish I could just sleep all weekend. And I'm just like, oh, fuck that shit, man. You know, for me, I wish I just didn't need to sleep at all. That would be amazing. Think of all the time for activities. But the problem is most activities these days require an internet connection. So when you're flying and there's either no internet or shit internet, it's just miserable. And I wish I could sleep, right? Sleep is the best fast forward button. Whereas a coma is like a... It's like when you're trying to click on something else on the YouTube video and you accidentally just click on the what is that thing even called? Timeline? I don't know. And you accidentally just skip to some unknown time. It's like, shit, how did I get here? We have who as our president? But anyway, yeah, I only like sleep when it comes to being on an airplane when you're flying. It's just nice to just fast forward through all that bullshit, right? Okay, so far so good. The plate is pretty straight actually. So all our switches are going in nicely. Things are looking pretty nice. Okay, Master Wanderer says, if you're in Con US and want an 1800 PCB that works with the TX1800, the TKC, or the key company, ones are confirmed compatible with them after a quick mod. Well, that's pretty good. Anthony made a mistake of staying up the entire night before he came to LA. Poor bastard. Well, I will say that I did sleep pretty well when I was in LA. I slept surprisingly well, actually. Then again, I did stay up until 4 AM almost every night, so maybe that was something to do with it. But yeah. For some reason, I was able to sleep. Must be all that food. Got me fattened up. I think, honestly, most of it is just the thought that, you know, I don't have to do anything the next day, right? I'm pretty sure that's what it was, that I could sleep like that. Right? I didn't have to think, okay, what am I supposed to do the next day? What am I... When I wake up, what am I supposed to get done around this time? What keyboards do I have to build, or what homework do I have to do, and shit like that. I think it might have been that. Flying from MA to CO, gonna be passed the fuck out of the plane. Very nice. Colorado. Let's see. Dale Snail says, to be honest, I need to sleep right now. Got working 6 hours later, folks. Alright, see you. Yeah, thanks for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, tomorrow, canoe. Don't forget. I got the switches in today, actually. Some Zillios. The guy just dropped by and dropped the switches off. Okay, is there an estimated price for the Kailh keyboard? So it should be kept under 500, but we will see. The thing is, I am not planning on trying to compete with KBD fans or any other kind of mid-range keyboards, right? And I think that I've already mentioned it a few times that yeah, it's not gonna be like a $300 keyboard. I want it done right because it's going to be a keyboard that I want to use. If I just want something at the $300 level, then I might as well just go out and buy something and just use it, right? Yeah, it'll be under $500, but we'll see. Well, hopefully. Shouldn't be more expensive than a Zephyr because we're not gonna do per key RGB from what I know. Cody savvy as fuck. Let's see. Hey, zoology. At least it sounds like it's gonna be a fun trip. You should try barbecue ribs and masturbation, says NGB. Works for me to fall asleep. So, simultaneously, nice sloppy barbecue sauce jerk off session. We got some medicine here in Cali that'll put your ass to sleep real quick. Oh boy. Black tar heroin will also do the trick. And then Gok says, need a finished design before you get a price. Yeah, so when we get any sort of updates, we will let you know. That's why I've been pretty silent about most details, because I don't want to put anything out there that, you know, people go, oh, well, you said this. Right, so if I don't say anything, you can't be disappointed. Keywords I have to build tomorrow. I mean, well, it's true for me, right? I have to think of, like, am I supposed to pick anything up from the post office? Do I have stuff coming in tomorrow? That's just work stuff. The Arctic Fox says, I need a hot software board to test some switches. Master Wonder says GMK. I'm really thinking of buying the laser alt just for hot swap. Oh, we're getting closer and closer. Okay, Arctic Fox says, I already had the Tokyo 60, but it'll take a while. Oh, yeah. That's right, I forgot about that one. Maybe I should have gone that one, right? I would have preferred that to the alt, I think. Then again, the alt has RGB and people like low profile, right? It's cool, right? What's up, Devness? How's it going today? If you want RGB and a bunch of BS, you should have bought the M60. Well, yeah, but the alt is half the price and doesn't have a retard layout. Oops, I said it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the HHKB layout. For me, the bottom left is always going to be a problem. Well, it has a control key on the caps lock. I know, but I also lose one key on the bottom right, bottom left that I could use easily. Because in games, what I do is when I hit control, I use my palm to hit it, So this corner is really useful for me, right? See? So if you take that key off and just put nothing in there, I just lost one key that I could hit easily. We can all agree. HTTP error is the best error FN layer implementation known to man. Yes, indeed. Next level for sure. Yeah, Arctic Fox says, "Hey, what's up, Dr. Distinguish? Hello, hello. Yes, Thursday stream indeed." Okay, he says, "I'm just hoping for the end of these strikes here in Brazil. This shit is stopping all our packages here." Yeah, that is a shame. The thing is that you also know that they're probably on strike for a good reason, right? That's kind of the problem. Okay, Devin says he's doing pretty good. How are things with you? Well, busy. Busy is what is the situation here. So I guess that's good, right? By the way, not everyone may notice, but Anthony plays with the most fucked up key mapping I've ever seen in any game. Hey man, it's not so bad. You're just jealous I'm original. You just follow what's put in front of you. I go out and innovate. You just do. I make mistakes. But I make them myself. That's what matters, right guys? Cubes over fuel. Okay, Gox says, I prefer split space, but that was personally I think the poker FN layer is pretty good. Which poker though? Are you talking about poker 3, poker 2, poker 1? I think the KBP V60 actually had, during its time, one of the best 60% layouts. The Poker 3 actually took from the V60. Yeah, the V60 was way ahead of its time in terms of its layout for 60%. I wouldn't say way ahead of its time, it was just ahead of its time. Right? It was just better than everyone else at the time. Go look it up, I'm not shitting you. It actually makes sense. And if you just compare it to the Poker 2 layout, you'll see. Yeah, because at the time I had a Poker 2. Well, I think I sold it already by that time, but and my younger brother got a KBP V60 for his first PC build. I remember that. His first PC build for setup or battle stations. That's the neckbeards would call it. Anyway, so yeah, he got it, and at first I thought, oh, it's going to be pretty much the same layout, and I looked at it, holy shit, this makes so much more sense. This is so much better than what I have. Yeah, even back then, you had an option to toggle to make the the right hand mods into arrow keys. So yeah, during Poker 2 time, you could just hit a button for the V60 or hit a combo, and you can turn these into arrow keys. And you know, out of the box, it supported. I think you had to make a change to it or something, but it did have FN on the caps lock key as an option. Because on the Poker 2, you had to kind of dick around with it. You had to mess with the dip switches and then change something. And even then, there's one LED under the spacebar would always light up if you had that option turned on. Because it's kind of you're basically kind of working around the limitations. They fixed that for the Poker 3, but yeah, the V60 was pretty good in terms of 60% layout. Okay, the Arctic Fox says, "Nah, man, it was a good reason, but it's fucking everything. Medicines are getting scarce because they can't reach the hospitals. Food's not reaching the stores." Okay, yeah, then that's pretty bad, right? And NGB, I only palm the control key when I'm gaming. If I'm normally typing, then I just use my pinky like every other normal person. Zoology says, just remembered I'm flying southwest. Might have to get drunk on a flight, so getting sucked out the window doesn't hurt. Yes, I don't like the southwest seating system as well. My god. It's annoying. There's actually been multiple papers and research done on the best way to seat people on an airplane. Right? You could cut seating times by a fuck ton by using a better system. But the problem is people. People are the problem. As they always are, right? And you know, if you start seating from the back first, then it would be better for everyone. But no, we seat from the front. Which is just stupid. But yeah, I remember reading an article about this thing a long time ago. And so they had even a whole diagram on how everyone should go in to the plane. Yeah, so it's not as simple as just seating from the back. You know, you want to seat kind of like how we put in anchor switches, right? So you send people into the back first, but you don't send all of them. You send some, and then you also send some of the middle ones, and then some of the more front runs. Something like that. There was a way to do it. So you don't bottleneck and load just one spot up at a time. And of course, the most logical thing, window seats first, right? That's just the biggest thing. You rush onto an airplane first and then you just take the aisle seat, you are a fucking asshole. Alright, so I think we've got everything soldered in. We can go ahead and try it out real quick. Test everything, see if all the keys are working. I think that's everything. Okay. So... But yeah, so just like Zoology says, the problem is that they have to find a way to make the first class people feel first class. Right? And I don't know what's so first class about. Well, I guess it does make it seem first class, right? It's like you get to sit down first and watch as everyone else struggles unnecessarily. Right? Doesn't that feel amazing? Because not so much as making you feel good. You want to make sure other people just feel bad so you could feel good, right? If everyone just got an ice cream, that's not fun. But if you got 2 scoops and everyone else got no ice cream, well, suddenly it feels fucking amazing, doesn't it? It's fucked up. Okay, so now let's test the keyboard. That's okay. The God said, I should get those MX Blacks harvested. They had some of the smoothest ever. Oh, on the poker? Is it just sitting in your storage right now? And no, yeah, no. He was joking about the HKB arrows. Zoology. People are the problem. Thought we weren't getting into politics. Yeah. Okay, L Judge says, worst is when all the people not in earlier boarding groups block the entrance, and people who actually need to board have to wait for anyone. Oh my god, yes! Yes! Oh, so annoying. And sometimes it's like, just, if you go on a seat, and you're, you know, if you're going in first, just for the love of fucking god, just go sit at the back. Right? Just do that. Right? If the plane's gonna go down and we're gonna die, we're all gonna die. It doesn't matter where you sit. Well, actually kind of does, but not really, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and test this thing. Alright. So let me know if something doesn't light up. So interesting fact. Purple and yellow are my alma mater colors. So yes, my school had a bunch of just... Why is this the plus key? What the fuck? Shit, it's so weird. I keep thinking something's missing. Wait a minute. You can't be real, can you? No semicolon? What the fuck? So, apparently... the base layer doesn't have a semicolon. Hell, even on layer 2, well, layer 0 and layer 1. You can't do... Okay, so it's over here. So you have to hit... Where's function? Oh, whoops. You can't see what I'm doing. That's right. God damn it. There we go. Alright, so... Right, look at this. Semicolon is on the second layer, not on the first layer. You know someone's not a programmer when they put semicolon on the second layer. Okay. So... where is our function key? Oh, is this it? I guess. Okay, yeah. Okay, but everything works, so that's good. God says, if you have first class, you want to get on the plane ASAP to get free alcohol in you pronto. And Zoology says, I think an equal or larger problem is everyone trying to find somewhere to cram their shit in overhead storage. Yeah. I know, right? Sometimes just put it under the seat. Clogs aisles. People put the shit up in space that's nowhere near where they choose to sit because it's already full. It comes to unloading, more jam for people who have to go back to where their shit is. Yeah. I know, right? It should be kind of... if you are going to bring two things onto the plane, you're only allowed to put one into the overhead storage so that you don't clog that shit up. But people don't follow. That's always a problem. Alright, see you, Master Wanderer. Thanks for tuning in today. Pop the question to my later this weekend, so pray for the survival of my keys during the move-in. Oh, nice. Very nice. Alright, yeah, well. Good luck with that. Programmer's nightmare, yeah. Fashion about sacrifice. Function layer, colon, yeah, semicolon. We used to long bus trips, and I'm tiny, so I just leave my bag and my feet. Or if I want to sleep, I just hug it. Well, the thing is, if you're on a plane, yeah, you have to put it under during takeoff, right? Better look good and feel good. Hugging your bag to sleep is the cutest thing I've heard all day. Wait, really? I thought a lot of people do it. I actually do it when I'm on the bus or whatever. I think it comes from people who grew up in third world countries where they're worried about pickpockets and shit. Cause yeah, you know, we all have to fucking just hold on to our bags so that no one just grabs stuff out of it. Okay, so now I can turn off my soldering iron. I can turn off the fan. Brian says, to be fair, there's some beauty in impracticality, but this is too much. Pretty sure those are the words that Steve Jobs lived by. Let's see. See, second from the right in the middle row. This one? Okay, so I just realized a problem. Yeah, some of these switches just did not even go in right. Right, look at these. They're both tilted the same way. And we're not even talking about stem tilt anymore. We're talking about the plate and the switch. And no, all box switches have the same problem. And so normally, no, I will not. So for tilted stems, my policy is if you want, you can ask for it and then just pay for the extra time, because otherwise, yeah, I cannot replace all of them because it takes a fuck ton of time to actually go through and look at all of them. Yeah, so some people are okay with it, some people want it swapped out, but this is like a plate problem, so I'm gonna pull them out. Yeah, see? These two, and it's not like the plate was loose or anything, right? Yeah, those two, they tilt the same way. Hey, what's up, Chokan? So again, I already mentioned it once on the stream. Don't forget, check out Chokan's YouTube channel. Lots of good stuff. Okay, Chairhorn. Hey, what's up, Chairhorn? Because I pulled an oversized bag and dumped it in the aisle before I lost my shit a bit. Let's see. The worst is when a person actually takes their shoes off and then rubs their feet together. Reason to murder. Oh my god. And I think it's not as bad in countries that where people wear flip-flops all the time. So for example, in Malaysia, it's not so bad. Because if you just have flip-flops on the whole time, your feet aren't going to smell as bad. But if you wear shoes and socks and then you take them off, oh my. That shit will foul. The Arctic Fox says, hugging your bag is the best thing ever. You keep your bag safe and you have a place to rest your head. Pretty much. And then you wake up with a sore neck. Interesting how the burnt oranges were the ones that got all the attention to the inspect twist issue. Yeah, so just like God says, because that was the first box switch that I used. And so literally on my first try box switches, I noticed the issue. And I mentioned it, and I remember at the time, people didn't talk about it very much. Even, I mean, Novelcase was pretty nice. They're like, you know, okay, if you mention it, okay, we're gonna look into it. You know, but even then, you know, even when they found out the reason, they didn't actually come on and tell people, which I didn't really like. They did it. They finally did it with the Box Royals, in fact. But it took them a while. And I remember people arguing with me about it. People were like, oh no, it doesn't, okay? I'm like, no, it's a problem. It's an actual problem. And sure enough, yep, it's within spec, so even Kailh doesn't see it as a problem. And so he said that, yep, it is. So please know this when you buy box switches, and know that we can't offer refunds on crooked stems and stuff like that. Okay, so now they're fit in nice. Okay, so the top right one is still kind of janky. This is why I don't like switch start removal. It's unnecessary problems. So yeah, see now there's one over here as well. Top right. Oh, I just realized if I'm building the canoe tomorrow with Zeal switches, I have to clip the fucking PCB mount prongs off. So I guess that's what I'll be doing tomorrow afternoon. God damn it. What the hell? Okay, let's see. Brian says, like vintage cars and mechanical watches, for example, absolutely impractical by today's standards, but people still love them. Yeah? Except watches are pretty much a fashion accessory, and I don't think you can say the same about keyboards. As much as you and I would like to believe it. Let's see. And yeah, Chokan, so just like God says, we're pretty much done. Just some switches didn't go in right for some reason. Well, I say for some reason, but the reason is the cutouts for switch slot removal. Purple and yellow LSU colors, yeah, same as HSU colors, right? I swear to God, private colleges love purple. They fucking love that shit. So, oh man, red is everywhere, blue is everywhere. We're gonna go purple, and then all these private colleges just purple, right? Our rival school, right? They were the better school. They were purple and white, and mine was purple and yellow. And so I remember every year during whenever there would be a fall preview or spring preview, when they get the prospective students to come check out the campus, they would they would get these gardeners and landscaping people to plant yellow and purple flowers, just almost everywhere, right? And so you see when people come in on that weekend, the flowers look amazing, just vibrant, deep yellows and purples, very nice. And then the rest of the year, it just looks like shit because they're all dead. We need to be uncompromising in our decisions. So we need to make a PCB that if you try to desolder it, it destroys itself. Yes. That sounds great. Okay, another one that's a problem over here. This is getting annoying. I don't know if you spot anymore, so this one's bad. No, I think maybe this one as well. Ugh. And I can't use my desoldering gun for the next week or two because I broke the drill, the cleaning bit. Yeah, the problem is these switches are only held on the top and bottom, they're not even held on the sides. What's the point of having a fixed layout if your switches are not even going to be perfectly fixed? I believe that's it. Let me know if you see anything else. Oh man, I'm so late in chat now. Let's see. Okay, Gatorons were the hotness for a good bit, despite wobble city and inconsistent springs, eh? Kailh BOX are the current hotness despite stem twist and loud and reformat. I call Odomu being the next hotness, flaws to be determined. Hey, when Gatorons were hot, I was one of the first to denounce them. I got them. I got Gatoron Browns. I got 2 boards, I think, Gatoron Browns. And then I also tried a few with Gatoron Blacks and Reds, and I built a lot of keywords with those. And yeah, I swapped back to Cherry pretty fast. Because there's just a lot of problems. Yeah, now everyone's like, ooh, good ones. That's why don't go for the hype. You mean keyboards won't help me get girls? Oh yes. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Hip? Good to see you here. Yeah, I don't feel so bad. I mean, it's not your fault. Right. You wouldn't have known this, or I wouldn't have known this. American manufacturing, am I right? So yeah, maybe it's a good thing, those tariffs. Right. Maybe Trump knows American manufacturing is a fucking joke anyway, so why bother? Right? So anything else that looks bad, let me know. Okay, Red Hawk says, desoldering wick has never done a clean job for me. So what you need is, you need good desoldering. A good desoldering braid. So Chem Wick rosin from Chemtronics works the best, I found. And you need good solder. If you have those two, yeah, you're gonna have problems. God says it's okay. Every single board I give Anthony gives him a ton of problems. Well, I mean, not all of them. I think the TX65 and some others were pretty good. I think the duck boards were okay as well. Well, maybe some of them had plate warp and stuff like that, but for the most part. Yeah, OTD, Dolinger, oh my god, Dolinger. Alright, so we should be good on that front. At least there's only 2 sets of stabs to fuck with, yeah. It's like you're leveling him up, says Chokan, getting a ton of XP. And God says, speaking of XP, I used to hate when people would say EXP. E the letter, then XP. E the letter, then XP, yeah. It's like ISO all over again. I know, right? Oh. Yeah. I don't like ISO as much as ANSI. Am I right, guys? By the way, don't forget, use the offer code beep, you know, at this place, that place, that place, sponsor here, sponsor there. So do you like burritos or tacos? If you know what I mean. Okay, so now we need to put the standoffs in. Okay, zoology says it's basically flux embedded copper braid, right? Yeah, that's why it looks dirty, but it works so well. XD here. Your XSP or what? I'm on a cherry kick right now. I'm gonna make a point of denouncing everything. But not Topre says God, that is blasphemy in Japan. Yes. Japanese are obsessed with their rubber domes. Maybe that's why they have such a low birth rate. Okay, so holes with a green circle are used if your keyboard has a left-hand numpad. Okay, so I think I'll put this shit away. Okay, so we're gonna follow the green circles. Okay, God says, I was talking to my fiancée about this last night. The fact that Japan has required Japanese language exams for certain job positions. What's the purpose of those? In Malaysia, you have a lot of jobs that require Chinese as well. Zoology says, I've had better luck with adding more solder to reflow and then decisive aggressive hand pump action. Oh yeah. Yeah, I hate when boards use cheap unleaded solder and then I have to reflow all the joints just to desolder the board. It's the worst. Chogan says, I'll denounce everything new. Honesty is important, not to get caught up in hype in this hobby. That's absolutely true. Yeah, you could waste a lot of money doing that. What's up, Striker? Barely alive. Vintage blacks I got are so damn dirty. Feels bad, man. Oh yeah, so you have to clean them. Something a lot need to work on, says Chokan. I've not bought anything for ages. Well, nothing keyboard related. It's a start. Wait, what are we talking about again? Yeah, let's see. I love ISO fans. ISO horny. Oh yes. But yeah, so I know most people like tacos, but I love a big, fat, thick burrito in my mouth. I just find it more interesting, more interesting than stuffing your face in a taco, right? These standouts are so annoying. Rubber domes make you sterile. I don't think they even get that far. Yeah. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? People just don't care as much about reproduction in Japan. Do they teach about octopus tentacles and stuff in high school biology? Striker says, I also have a Nova Touch on the way. I have sinned. Yeah, I don't hate Topre, but Topre, but I mean it's okay. I would say not worth the money for most people. Zoology says he's anti-Topra. Okay, Alja says I get black one in soon. I like the 1080 colors, but the 4 blue caps in middle bother me on the 660C. Oh yeah, I know, right? Trying to emulate the F5 to F8 cluster. Yeah, that's just weird. Okay, Chuckan says, oh, I missed a question. I guess I can understand that. Young people elect with languages all over the world. Some countries care more about it. Some people can't even read core kanji. And then God says his fiance's theory was xenophobia. See, well, when you say it requires Japanese, what... The thing is, like I said though, you know, back home, there are some jobs, you know, usually sales positions and stuff like that, where you're required to speak Chinese and you can't even apply for it. Or you can apply for it, but you're not going to get it if you can't speak Chinese. And... Or something similar with, say, you had to speak Malay or something. And I don't think it's that big of a deal for the most part. Well, honestly, like if you're in a sales position and you have you serve primarily a lot of Chinese customers who are only going to speak Chinese to you, they can't speak English, they can't speak Malay, then you might have a problem, right? Although I do know people who, what they do is they end up, instead of just moaning about it, what they do is they get to work and they learn Chinese, which is crazy, right? I grew up speaking Chinese and I do not wish that upon anyone. Learning Chinese is a huge pain in the ass, and I hope that no one else has to do it. But in terms of xenophobia and stuff, Japan is pretty anti. It's I guess anti sounds a bit bad, but they're not immigration friendly, that's for sure. That's always a problem with homogenous countries or communities though, right? Aside from Malaysia, is a bit different because it's so diverse. And so that's why whenever people, you know, talk about, oh, I want to visit this country, why are people such assholes? I'm like, dude, don't go to a homogenous country, right? Go to all the other Asian countries that have a ton of different people, and you will have a better time. And you know, as much as you want to give people shit for it, it's only natural, right? If you grow up and 90% or more than 80% of people around you look just like you, it's hard to be accepting of people who look different, dress different, eat different, maybe smell different. Wait, where the hell did the cap on my dielectric grease go? What the fuck? God says, the thing is, Anthony, there aren't any jobs I know of. I mean, I'm sure there are, but very few require you to take an English exam before you're worthy of being employed in the US. Well, another thing is you can't even really get anywhere if you don't actually speak English though, right? Hey, look at that. God permitted the term bitch. Well, that's good. Okay, let's see. Arctic Fox says, Country Brazil, we're friendly as fuck. Oh yes, very friendly. A bit too friendly with some of my stuff. I'm just kidding. Malaysia has the same problem. So, man, there's something satisfying about that. Just dropping the desk mat. Alright, so keycaps. Now is the big problem. What the hell do we do with the keycaps? And yes, NGB, Mandarin is a bitch. It's very difficult to learn. I guess Mandarin isn't fair to say it's difficult, because Mandarin, to speak Mandarin, it's not that hard. Now, reading and writing Chinese, that shit is difficult. Your Active Fox says, you have to get used to hugs and kisses here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sounds haram to me. Okay, so it's like dropping the D. Okay, so what keycaps are we going to use on this thing? So do we want GMK or Honeywell? Sure, let's bring out Honeywell. Oh, yeah, I can take it off the board. I have it on the keyboard right now, but I can take it. Haram baby rage. Hey, haram is fine. I can use that word. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? So this is very interesting. Should probably plug it in just to see the layout. I guess I could just follow the thing. The rest of the bus says, I think only God can talk him into carbon. That shit is still unopened. Pretty proud of myself. I've resisted temptation. Okay, so your mom is tan. Wait, what? Okay, do we want a red escape? Let's just put it there, and then we'll see what we can do. All right, so numpad. Anthony is going to gilt the first cock with that carbon set. Yes, that is the plan. So it's going to be a while. Shit, man, that's a long time from now. I don't know if I can keep it that long. My haram is not your meme. Okay, so Zoology is asking Arctic Fox, why is Anthony 001? But yeah, 001 is actually it's actually just OOI. It's my last name. Yeah, it's really not that. It's nothing too intelligent. What's the word I'm looking for? Profound. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. College username. Yeah, no numpad enter. That's a shame, isn't it? Okay, so I take keycaps off of this other board. Enjoy PBT 75. I don't think I'll ever get used to left-hand numpads as striker. Oh yeah. My problem is that I'll end up hitting the numpad by accident or whatever. I'm so used to having the tab, caps lock, and shift be the leftmost portion of the board. Now we know your government name. But yeah, it's Ui. I know. Apparently no one here knows how to pronounce that. I sort of understand it, but at the same time I don't. And then people keep trying to make it French. It's like, dude, there's no U in it. Anthony Wee. Okay, so end is... This is so weird. Okay, and... Yup. Hey, what's up, Yup? How you doing today? He says, anyone see that thing Rama posted on Twitter? I have not, actually. Oh my fucking god. Are you serious? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter because it's not the right profile. So, we're gonna put something else here. Let's do insert and delete, I guess. No? Page up and page down would make sense, I guess. Oh my god, is that's a 1 point. Okay, so this is a 1.75U enter key. I don't quite know what to do about it. I guess I could put the caps lock key over there. That would just be weird. But it's all we have, right? Dodo says, OMG Anthony, I've been staring at Honeywell pics all day. And I was gonna ask you to show it on stream. Well, here it is. Can't decide if I want it for a blue-gray board. Let's see. Honeywell looks nice on almost anything, honestly. Yeah, Malaysian last names are pretty interesting. The nice thing is they're always pretty short though. Well, at least for Chinese names, they're always pretty short. You know what's nice, like muted? Okay, yeah, so what are we gonna do about that? Are we just gonna put a fucking caps lock key over there? I mean, I do have an XDA set that we can use. Do we want to just go ahead and put GMK on it? What are we gonna do? Caps lock? I could put control as well if you want control over there. But that'd be weird, right? Alright, and then let's see. The set also doesn't have a 1.25U shift. This is a shift and it's 1.25U. I guess I'll just put something else there. I will have menu over there. This layout is made for blanks. It's like someone saying someone has a face for radio. You have a beige or muted set. I can compare to whites. This is definitely white. I mean, if you want to compare beige, look at this. It's beige, white. Yeah, so it is not beige on the Honeywell. It is white, quite a neutralish white. Just compatibility clap. All whites are equal. You need to put it next to a darkie to appreciate the whiteness. Oh boy. Some whites are more equal than others. Alright, let's fill up all the weird stuff first. Okay, and then the space bar. Oh my fucking god. Minus and equals over here? What the fuck? I'm not doing that. DSA Honeywell is pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on here. Okay. Brackets are down here. Yeah, I'm not doing that, man. They're not gonna be the right profile. Holy shit, how am I gonna fill this up? Arrow keys, I guess? I'm so confused. Alright, who was the fucker that said GMK? Was it God? This is fucking hopeless. God damn it. So just ignore the fact that the Windows is right beside the code, right? Just hey, thanks for the cheer, Red Hawk. Yeah, it's not like this. Well, I appreciate it. Look at you, #1, first cheer today. In adversity, growth. I feel like I should say that in Latin. Yeah, I have a shirt with Latin on the back. It's quid latine dictum sid, something like that. It's my honors shirt. And apparently it means everything sounds cooler in Latin. What is this supposed to be? Just a pipe backslash over here. That works, right? Oh man, the original Honeywell doesn't support 1800 layouts. I just realized. Oh no, it does. Okay, it has a plus and that. It has a minus and plus. But it won't work because they're not the right profiles. We could do minus minus, right? Because see, so it's supposed to be minus plus over here, right? For 1800 layouts, the minus and plus are row 2 and row 3. So they go over here. Right? We need row 1 and row 2. So we have a row 1 minus, but we don't have a plus over here. So that's not going to work. So we need something else over here. I'm not going to put the minus there anymore. Maybe a numlock would look decent over here. Or do you want the numlock on the left? I guess we can do that, right? Put the numlock over here. Escape somewhere randomly over here. And then we need a key over here, row 2 key. So we could put delete over there. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of really. And then something over here. Tab is supposed to be here, but tab is not going to be the right profile. Man, we were so close. We were getting everything right, and I think I don't think we have anything for this. Because it's supposed to be 1.25, but it is row 3 1.25. I don't think Honeywell has anything for that. Yep. Absolutely nothing. Hey, what's up, Albin? Thanks for tuning in today. Welcome to the stream. So this is a stream about building custom keyboards for the most part. Damn, we were so close. Escape this nightmare, am I right? Just buying keyboards like these, no cool fancy ones. Yeah, this is a bottom row caps lock key though. This is this is row 4, not row 3. So this goes over here and here. See, if you want to compare it real quick, compare it to F and J, which are going to be on this row. Right, look at that. One is taller than the other. Yeah, bottom row caps lock. I know. I know, right? It's probably done any of the sets that support the layout according to the website. Well, what GMK sets actually support it though? Yeah, so we are fucked here. So we were fine so far, but oh right, we can't even use. Well, fucking rip. Ruined. Absolutely ruined. Yuri does. Okay, let's see. Nautilus. Well, I would have gone with Yuri had we not decided on Honeywell. Is this the first stream where Anthony has met failure face on? Nah, far from it. I haven't even brought up my boys. Maybe that's what we need to do. That caps lock key isn't behaving very well. I'm glad for a typing test I don't show what's on screen, because yeah, I'm not going to be able to type anything right in this thing. Definitely grinding for XP. I don't care. I know that's not supposed to be a semicolon, but stop me. Man, if only we had made this work with Yuri. I do have icon mods. Maybe I'll do that for the pictures. Fuck, man. That means I have to do this twice. But yeah, I could try Yuri icon mods on it. That could work. Look at God trying to defend his suggestion. Where's my water bottle? Oh well. Alright. Oh, I just realized the whole time I forgot to turn one lamp on. Oops. Alright, see you, Arctic Fox. Have a good night. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. 5 out of 7 of rice. Okay, so this is the completed board, the Prime L. From PrimeKB BOX, or PrimeKB, I believe is what they're called. Oh man, I am looking forward to... I have some potato cakes in the fridge. It's like a regular cake, but instead of icing, it's just all potatoes. I'm just kidding. It's It's like a potato pancake, I guess. Patty, potato patty. Yeah, got them from Market Street. Kind of like a poor man's Whole Foods, I guess. And I'm gonna heat those up. I didn't have a lot for dinner. I just had 2 tacos. Really small tacos. Really small, tight tacos. It's not a hash brown. Not exactly a hash brown. Because you put cheese in it. Hopefully it doesn't go bad. See? Cheddar potato cakes. So, that's gonna be dinner part 2. Chances we could start the canoe earlier? Your boy gonna be whooped after this. Later than tonight? Yeah, it's gonna be 9:30 tomorrow, so an hour earlier than today. Hopefully, if my roommate doesn't stay up again. Today he was up until 10 or so. Mukbang stream incoming. Cheesy hash browns. We took off that lettuce. Okay. Alright, so this is the assemble board. See, my left hand already wasn't going onto the right spot, right? Like, look at this. Both my hands, actually. Ooh, NGB says, my truffle spread comes tomorrow. Nice. Alright, let me know if you like it. I'm gonna test everything out real quick. Man, these box royals, very aggressive. That's what I would call them. God damn. I'll take pictures. They may be inappropriate though. Oh yes. Leather yourself with cocoa truffle. Okay, so one thing of note for the PrimeKB or the Prime keyboard is that it is not angled. The case is completely flat. All right, look at that. Completely flat. And so I don't really like it with GMK. Would be good with a flat profile or something like that. GMK or chair profile feels a little funky. Because with chair profile you want about 7 degrees of tilt so that the keys are actually flat. 0 degrees of love. Yeah, so feet incoming, that's my fetish. And yes, Crocodile Rock indeed. Oh my god, see my hands keep going to the wrong spots. Right, I keep going here. It should be here. All right, so God says, see, you don't even need homing keys after all, Anthony. Yeah, just like what Jay Chan told me, don't need homing keys, right? So I should be happy with no homing keys. Anyway, all right, yeah, so this layout definitely needs some getting used to. Yeah, the ortho here with ortho here. Actually, why the fuck do we have a normal number, right? Oh well. Yeah. So interesting layout. I'll be honest, I didn't pull up Notepad to type. I just kept typing in switch hitter because it wouldn't be a typing test if I pulled up Notepad and tried to type correctly. It would have been more like a switch test. A very slow switch test. Is it alpha row stagger? I think what's throwing you off is not so much this. Is what's throwing you off is you're so used to having the nice V-shaped stagger, and then this one just has kind of like the slant, right? Because you're taking away the two brackets. You're taking away the, well, I took away the single and double quotes. They took away the semicolon and colon, which is dumb, right? Yeah, see, so taking this off. So I'm sure if we had made Well, you can't redo that, can you? But yeah, so you kind of have to deal with this slant thing. Hey, that firm is still here. And yeah, I definitely don't even like, just like Zoology says, yeah, I don't even like this. So having it here is also a problem, right? Gotta maximize it though, right? Gotta, we're small layouts. Gotta compromise somewhere. Alright. Okay, so that's been the board. I don't know if there's anything else I need to show you. Oh man, I do like some shoyu ramen. God coming back here to celebrate his genius Honeywell recommendation. Alright, so that's been it. I will see you all tomorrow for the Canoe by Percent Studios. And I still haven't decided what keycaps to put on it yet. I want to say Hyperfuse Origins would be cool, but the teal doesn't match the teal on Hyperfuse. And I kind of don't want to take Hyperfuse off of my main keyboard. So we'll decide on that. But yeah, Canoe tomorrow. See you. Oh my god, see you. Oh, triggered. But alright, yeah. See you, Brian, Russ, God, Red Hawk, Daredevil, Striker, Zoology. Zoology says 3.5 hours to kill to stay awake. Oh boy. That's why you get Dota and play a few Dota games. Alright. See you, Delhi. Thanks for tuning in today. Yep. Alright. I will see you all tomorrow. Don't forget. Have a good Friday. Yeah, well, have a safe trip, by the way, Zoology. Remember, don't do anything haram. Don't fly southwest like me. Yep. Alright, see you all tomorrow.